In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get dates from the dating apps. If we haven't met yet, my name's Andrew. I'm a dating coach. I've worked with gay men all across the US since 2023, and I have found that a lot of guys struggle with chatting on a dating app. So maybe you're starting to move away from Grindr and Sniffies, and you're like, okay, well, let me try Hinge with an open mind, or let me try Bumble, or even Tinder. But when you're messaging someone, what often happens is the guy's like, hey, handsome, how's work? Good, handsome, how are you? Good, handsome, how are you? Ghosted, nothing. Or you guys become pen pals and you're chatting for 2 weeks with a guy you've never even met, and all you have seen are his photos. And what we want is we want you to match with people, and we want you to have dates in real life so you can meet them and see if there is any kind of connection or potential attraction there. So, the first thing I want to mention is I'm going to teach you how to chat with guys in this video, but we really want to make sure that you're on the right apps. There are certain apps I do not recommend, and there are certain apps that I do recommend. We also want to make sure that your apps are set up in a way, your profile, where you're attracting your ideal partner. So, for example, we want to use nice photos. Most of my clients take new photos, and they have really good success with that. They put a lot of effort in it, and by default they stand out on their profiles, because most people are going to use a picture where they're like they cropped out their family member from a wedding, whereas my client will take a specific type of photo and it stands out. So we want to have nice photos. We want your bio to call out your ideal partner. And then we also want the prompts to call out your ideal partner. These are all things I could help with, and I have other videos on this as well. So this part, let's assume you have that already done or you're working on it, and let's talk about chatting. So I'm going to pull up my computer and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we're on the computer now. So again, the whole goal is to get a date. And the first thing that you're going to do, step one, is you're just going to say hi. So most people, if you get matches, I basically want you to message every single match. Some guys worry and they're like, well, what if they don't message me first? I'm like, well, message them first. Like, somebody has to make the first move. And for some guys, it's going to be them. Some guys, it's going to be you. It's going to be whoever sees it first, whoever felt like it. It doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. But if they message you, obviously respond. Otherwise, if they don't message you, message them. And if they don't respond over, a day or two, maybe 2 to 3 days, then just unmatch or send a follow up or something. And if you realize that you're actually not interested anymore, then just unmatch. We want your matches to be a clean pipeline, if that makes sense. Okay, so just something simple. Hey Andrew, how's your week been so far? Smiley face. Okay, nothing crazy. Then this part, step two, is I want you to create a little bit of rapport, a little bit of interest, a little bit of attraction. The way you can do this is you can comment on his profile. You can take a look and see that, oh, okay, he likes snowboarding, he likes music, he likes hiking. Comment on that. Draw, some similarities. Ask a question. So that's what I would say is like comment on his profile slash ask a question, right, regarding his profile. Okay. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to just lean into your personality. So if you are playful, if you're charming, be playful. Tease him a little bit. Like, maybe he says, it'll be hard for me to think about an example off the spot, but like if you comment on something on his profile and he tells you a fact of like, oh, I did that, I did this, just tease a little bit and be like, I don't know if I believe you, emoji or something like that. I'd have to think harder, but lean into your personality, as opposed to what I call customer service language. Customer service language is basically the type of language you would have in line at the checkout stand. How's it going? Good, man. How are you? Good. Did you find everything okay? Yeah, good. Like, it's just like, it's like that. It's like, it's too logical. It's like, plans for the day? Oh, yeah, just here, blah, blah, blah. So instead, we want to lean into your personality, because basically, we're trying to create attraction. And when you lean into your personality, there are these things called attractor factors that it's going to create attraction. And we can elaborate more on that later. Okay, so then you're going to be doing that, back and forth for a few messages. Like, it should feel a little bit fun. Like, it should feel a little bit engaging. Maybe it's over a day or two. And then the next thing that I might suggest, this might feel weird and out of place for you, but I might just suggest like asking what he likes to do for fun. If he shares that he's a physician, so it's like, what do you like to do when you're not working? And he's going to say, I would love to go hiking, grab drinks with my friends, spend time with my family, so on and so forth. How about you? And then you're probably going to have similar interests. So that's great, which will lead us to step 4 is simply suggesting hanging out to gauge his interest. So it's like, oh, it's like you like to, go walking. I like to go walking too. Like we should totally walk by the pier sometime or XYZ. Would you be interested? Would you be down? Or does that how would that, yeah, would you be down? This is like my language, but you can change it to however you want it. And this is important. This is actually really important because this happens with clients. So there's going to be one of 3 ways he's going to respond. One is he's going to say, "Yeah, I'd love to. That sounds fantastic," or he's going to give you an ambiguous answer, and he might be like, "Ha ha ha, maybe," or "Ha ha, yeah, sure, sometime," or yeah, like "Ha ha, maybe." Or 3, he will just not reply, or he'll unmatch. And if he does that, don't. It's okay. Uh, like feel the feelings of rejection, I suppose, but it's not the end of the world. We have to work on our mindset first. But um, so yeah, those are the 3 responses. If he gives you like a half-ass response, honestly, that's not good enough for me. Like it needs to be, yeah, like I'd love to hang out, or yeah, that sounds good. That sounds fun. Okay, so then you're gonna set the date, and you could do it right then and there. Be like, oh, okay, well, how's Friday? Or you can do it later. It's like he's already interested, so now you can be like, yeah, okay, for sure, we'll definitely do that soon. And then you can continue your conversation, and then maybe like the next day you can be like, hey, so I'm free this weekend if you wanted to X Y Z. But either way, you will need to do this at some point. Okay, that is the very simple structure of getting a date via a dating app, and the end result should be a date, and you basically just keep, yeah, it should be a date, and it doesn't need to be like verbatim this, but this is a good structure to follow. It's proven with clients, and the next question people ask me is like, how long should this take? honestly Honestly, this you could do this in one sitting. You can match with someone, be on your couch, 30 minutes, bing bada boom, and you have a date scheduled. And because your profile is set up in a way where like he knows where he knows what you do for work, he knows about you, where he's comfortable enough hanging out with you, and he's interested. But it's also normal for this to take like a week, a couple days up to a week. I would say a week is maybe max, but 2 to 3 days or so of chatting. Sometimes people won't be able to respond right away, like you might not as well. But again, just send him a message, create some rapport, some interest and attraction. Um, this is really important. And then just kind of segue. It's like, well, what do you like to do for fun? We should hang out sometime. Would you be interested? Notice this isn't getting into like, oh, like, what brings you to the app? If he asks you that, you can say, like, oh, I'm just trying to meet people, like, make connections and ultimately a relationship. How about you? If they ask, like, sexual stuff, I wouldn't even go there. If they ask, like, sometimes people really crave connection, and sometimes we go, especially if you're like an emotional person, we go really deep, and it's like, oh, but like, no, 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 just keep it light, keep it casual, create some interest, set up a date to meet in person. Bing, bada boom. All right, so I hope that was helpful. What I'm going to invite you to do now is to click the link below to book a free call with me. I would love to meet you, hear about your specific situation, offer you some pointers, and see if I can help. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video.